Welcome to Lillooet, guaranteed rugged. Today we're going to explore the gold rush history of the city, visit an osprey nest on the old suspension bridge, check out Seton Lake, and then close things out at a local winery.
We're just going up this little path that the woman at the visitor center told us about. We'll see a little more now. I think we got to continue heading up. So this is really just kind of up from the visitor center. Nice view of town.
Beautiful view of town. I imagine the people who live here are very fit because the whole town of Lillooet is lit on different levels up on a hill. It's a good workout. Lillooet is just full of gold rush history. Down at the bakery that's just across the street from the visitor center is the Mile Zero cairn, which marks Mile Zero of the Cariboo Road, which was constructed when the Cariboo Gold Rush started, which lasted for 9 whole years. As you come up Park Drive, you'll start to see these piles of rock, and you might not think much about them, but if you stop at the information post over here, that will tell you that during the gold rush, the Chinese were not allowed to pan for gold. And so if they wanted to be a part of the gold rush and be a part of panning for gold, they actually had to pan for gold through everyone else's discard. And so in doing that, they created all the piles of rocks you see here behind me. So thankfully, a lot of those laws have changed and now anyone can pan for gold. Not that there's much gold left here. Okay, another little piece about Lillooet. There was a man named Sir Matthew Bailey Begbie, a 6.5-foot giant of a man with piercing blue eyes, traveled on horseback or on foot over goat tracks and by canoe on foaming torrents. He presided over goldfield courts in tents, shacks, or the open air. When one convicted miner complained about his legal defense, Begbie agreed to set him up with another trial by your maker, thereby earning the epithet the Hanging Judge. And here we are in Hangman's Park, just off of Park Drive here in Lillooet. And this is the infamous tree where that took place.
But on the flip side, Begbie was also known as a defender of First Nations and Chinese miners. So he was also known as a compassionate man.
Always two sides to every story. We're here at the old bridge.
And this used to be the bridge into town. And we were talking to the woman at the visitor center and she said it was extremely difficult. As you can see behind me, it's a very sharp corner. So apparently semi-trucks had to back down the entire hill and then back over the bridge because of this super tight corner.
She told us it would back up traffic for hours. Could you imagine? While you come and see this bridge, it's closed to traffic now, so you can walk across and you can also see osprey. This is one of the viewing points to watch these beautiful birds. We just saw one. It had a fish in its talons. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and we can see some baby ones up in a nest that is right on top of the bridge in the center.
The fishing grounds right under the bridge are part of the First Nations heritage fishing grounds. So you can't go down there, but the water is just so turbulent and so bubbly, like you can see the undercurrents. It's really, really beautiful.
Especially here in spring when the Fraser is flowing high. It's, I would not want to be swimming in there.
No, I think you get swept away pretty darn quick.
Mel is capturing the beauty here at Seton Lake or Seton Lake? I think it's Seton Lake.
Look at this fantastic view. The water is turquoise and it's a lake. Snow-capped mountain in the distance.
Shall we go down and check it out?
We can get closer? Oh, sure. I thought it was just a viewpoint.
Oh, it seems to be a path. So don't try and follow that unofficial trail that went like really steeply down. So if you want to walk down to the lake, best bet is the Seton Lake Trail, which is kind of just to the left of where you park. So there's an official swim area at the lake here, and Mel is going to test out the water temperature for us.
Ooh, the rocks are hot. And in contrast, the water is cold. Doesn't feel as cold as Marble Canyon, but it's still chilly. I just took one of the little trails and I happened upon actually some boondockers' latrines. So this is my plea. If you come to Lillooet, or anywhere really, pick up your garbage, leave no trace, and never ever dump your tanks anywhere that isn't a dump station. And the reason why I'm bringing that one up is because the lady at the visitor center told us that it's actually a real problem around this area. There's a lot of people coming to camp and boondock, and they have nowhere to dump their tanks, so they don't know where to go, so they've just done it on the side of the road. Please don't do that. And in fact, around Lillooet, most of the land is actually First Nations land. So that is not a place to boondock. You can boondock in Canada on Crown land, certain types of Crown land. Look it up online before you come. Plan your visit ahead of time. That's my little rant, and we will now continue the beautiful trip. Okay. The door's locked, I can't get in. Just across from the BC Hydro Dam at Seton Lake, we happened upon the BC Hydro's campground. And it's a free campground, so that's pretty cool. A free campsite. If you really want to boondock, come here. So yeah, you can pretty much fit almost any size rig in here, because we just passed what looks like maybe a 40-foot motorhome, and there's another one here too on our left. There is a maximum stay of 7 days. I imagine there's probably no hookups, of course. It would be dry camping, but I see fire pits and picnic tables, and yeah. Time for a little bit of wine tasting. We are at Fort Berens Winery. It's the first commercial winery in Lillooet.
We're about to try the red gold variety, so this should be good.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. It's good.
That's very nice. It's the $52 a bottle one.
It's always the way.
So we are buying the Gruner. Still can't find it. So we're getting a Meritage. I need to find the Gruner. So we're gonna get a late harvest. Take a little scan of the three I got.
There we go.
So we've just learned during our wine tasting that all of the varieties of wine that they have here, all of those grapes are grown right here on the home estate. And they've just put in a baby vineyard. These grapevines have only been planted in, what do you say, 2018 and 2019. So they're only a few years old. I'm not sure what variety they are, I didn't ask, but I should have. But anyways, they're growing. It's a great winery, come check them out. Fort Berens Estate Winery. So that was Lillooet. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had a great time. And if you found this video useful, please be sure to give us a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It really helps us grow our channel, so thank you very much. And in the meantime,
keep on living the life you've imagined. All the spots to stay, or all the spots to check out, I'm gonna redo that. What park are we at? We are at the park, looking for the map here. Matthew Bailey Begbie, say that 5 times fast. So here we are at Old Bridge in Lillooet, and so let's go have some fun. Oh, you gonna follow me in? On the plantation. Is it called a plantation? Sorry, nope. On a vineyard. So that was Lillooet. We hope you enjoyed it. We sure did.